Why, hello there, and welcome to Nightcast, Episode 3. Join us as we talk about Gravity Falls, Over the Garden Wall, and a favorite topic of mine, conspiracy theories. Nitro, you want to get this kicked off?
So, yeah, basically, I'm going to tell you what Gravity Falls is about. It's about two kids found a book in the forest.
Well, they go.
And they had to go.
They're staying.
Their uncle
They're
go
great.
I'm already suspicious.
Their great uncle.
I'm already suspicious.
And in the theory, you found he had a brother, basically, and later down the series.
Spoiler.
Yeah, there's some spoiler.
Well, if you haven't watched the show, it's been out since 2012, so that's on you.
We've
Go.
already, hey, we're going to be talking about this, and this. Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, go away now.
Go away.
I don't know, man. Like,
Carry on.
so, like,
come back later.
They're two like they're teenagers. They're like 13 or no,
No,
12. They're preteens.
12.
So it's like it's a wholesome Disney show from like the 2010s.
Disney makes wholesome stuff, really? When did that happen?
Oh, after Walt Disney died.
Yeah.
That was after the whole other thing, which we're gonna get that in the conspiracy part of the episode. Oh, good.
So, preteens in the woods staying with their grunkle. What are they getting up to? What's the need to go in the woods?
The Dipper, the boy character, he found a book in the forest with a hand, basically.
Called the Mystery Journal.
Yeah, called the Mystery Journal, and they are mystery creature in the world, basically.
In the woods.
They are, in the woods. There are,
so it's a fantasy novel.
What? With it?
So basically, like, everybody treats it like a fantasy novel, but in reality, Dipper's twin sister is Mabel. She's more outgoing, more creative, as he's more of a logical character. They kind of like play off themselves. The creator actually stated himself, Alex Hurst, I think his name is. He stated that he based his characters off him and his sister, as when they were kids growing up in California, they used to love to go out in the woods, and they're trying to figure out the mystery of who wrote this book. Why are all these weird anomalies?
The author wrote the book.
But they don't know. The author is revealed later on in the story. God damn.
And Uncle Stan not his actual name, basically. The Uncle Stan not actually Stan.
We haven't even gotten to that character yet, but we will.
So probably the uncle's stepfather's great brother's aunt that wrote the book.
So Grunkle Stan is their great uncle that they're. The first episode kind of like starts off with them talking about how their parents wanted them to get fresh air and kind of get out of the California area, pretty much. So they go down to a little town in Oregon called Gravity Falls. Their uncle's kind of a weird guy. He's kind of sketchy. He runs a gift shop where they're like, he's constantly scamming people. Like, here's different, like, he comes up with different things. And so when Dipper kind of reveals to him, hey, there's kind of some paranormal shit going on here, and how come you're not covering the real stuff? How come we're covering like, fake shit you come up with? So like the Grunkle and him, they have like a love-hate relationship where like, he loves his uncle, but he can't trust nobody.
It sounds a lot like you and Nitro.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to make a comment every week until you guys admit it. I promise.
Whoa. Anyways, so the show definitely has a sense of mystery. It has a sense of all the different monsters. What I love about the show is the build-up. a lot of kid shows don't really have that, you know, where it's like a build up of like storyline to it. But what I like,
they won't be able to.
is it has like just 2 seasons, but it builds itself up. Like there's many different characters and different and not like things going on in the background. They also it's not just them that are solving the mysteries. They're also aided by a teen girl who works at their Grunkle stand. I mean, who works for this Grunkle stand called Wendy. The main boy's kind of got like a little crush on her, even though she's like way too old for him.
So I would say she's probably 15 or 16.
Yeah, no, she's 16, yeah, and he's like 12, so it's like it's not gonna work. But it's kind of a cute, like, you know, oh, he's got a little like, you know, preteen crush on her. The show builds up on its mystery because it's like throughout the show there's all these hidden messages, like from the intro down to down to even like the fucking like little details. You have to like look into it, like, you know, you have to put your detective glass on. Like they were working out to. You will see the main bad guy in season 1 a little bit, but he become more relevant in season 2, basically, the main bad guy. He's irrelevant in season 1, but he's hidden though. That's the joy of Gravity Falls. If you like a show that's got mystery to it, that builds itself up, Gravity Falls is definitely that type of show. For instance, like they have twists, and like as somebody who watched the show when it was going on, I definitely appreciated it from the sense of like how the show was like building itself up. So the bad guy
I probably slept on because I don't think it's something I've seen.
Well, I mean, I don't think you've seen it because you're older.
Old as fuck, yeah, I know.
So probably by the time that like the show came out, you're probably in your 20s. The show came out like 2012.
2012, yeah, I'd have been 21.
Yeah. So you're probably you know, like doing adult shit.
Well, in 2012, I had just arrived here in South America. I had just started my adult life, so yeah.
Yeah. So you were just an adult, but like you were already an adult by that time, so it would have really piqued your interest.
Just I mean, like, ladies.
Just ask the ladies. You gotta beat the stick.
The creator of Gravity Falls designed the main bad guy off the dollar bill a little bit, basically.
Which we'll go into that. It kind of ties into our conspiracy episode.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, it's kind of a conspiracy, you know, the dollar bill.
Oh, y'all know the American dollar had the triangle. That was the bad guy.
Illuminati, man. Yes. Yeah, so the bad guy is called
Bill.
So like the bad guy is called Bill. He's basically shaped like a triangle, and he's a nightmare monster. Like, the shit they got away with for a kid's show is insane. They also have like some side villain characters that kind of show up, like this little kid named Gideon. He's like a fake psychic, and he gets upset when like the little girl Mabel doesn't like him. So like we get this like point where like he's constantly trying to like break into like the Pines family. It's like house and try to start shit with them all the time. Also,
break into.
He's also jealous that Grunkle Stand. For some reason, he's jealous of Grunkle Stand, even though that he was more successful. But like he basically sold his soul to Bill, which is kind of like a nightmare demon from a third dimension called Armageddon. Armageddon is kind of a place where like crazy shit happens, man. Like nightmare monsters you could think of, like, you know, the whole 90s.
Anything you could think of, basically.
It sounds like a euphemism for marriage.
Probably is.
You know, this show actually was kind of progressive because this was one of the first Disney cartoons to kind of have it's applied that these 2 police officers are gay, but they couldn't straight up say it though. He had to say that they were just friends until like the very last like scene, because you know how Disney is.
Close friends.
Yeah, they're like close friends.
They're the best of friends.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't allow that in the show in the early 2000s yet. They were not allowed that kind of stuff in the early 2000s yet.
Yeah, no, I was
2010s,
still a bit.
Yeah.
But even then, like the early 2010s was still a bit
Yeah, they
conservative, I would say.
I mean, is it still conservative? I mean, like, I feel like we're kind of going back on that.
Yeah, flip flopping a little. But
Yeah.
you know, everybody's different, right?
Everybody's different. This is not the type of podcast where we're gonna get into that type of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
We talk about movies, cartoons, and video games. That's our specialty, not
Yeah, and the Twin Towers were an inside job.
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit! Sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that part out loud.
That's for later in the podcast. I'm doing this show. I just love how chill and laid back it is, man.
The best part is I can say whatever I want, and I'm outside of the jurisdiction of the FBI.
All right.
Sorry,
anyways.
boys. Maybe next time.
Is that all you want to say, Nitro, or you have something else?
Yep.
Good job, Nitro. I'm proud of you.
Well done, man. You got through that without distraction. Round of applause.
Woo! Okay. The next topic's my topic. My topic today is a similar kids show from the early 2010s. Well, it's more of a series. It's a 10-part series called Over the Garden Wall. Over the Garden Wall came out around the same time Gravity Falls, I believe. 2012? No, 2014. I'm not too sure. I will have that up on screen. Anyways,
Over the Garden Wall. 2014.
2014. Okay, I was right on the second try. So Over the Garden
Saving
Wall.
you some work there, Mr. Redditor.
Yeah, Mr. Editor.
You're
Shout out to our editor, Army Man. Good guy.
Yeah.
Really good at editing.
Awesome
anyway.
person.
Awesome. We gotta give him a shout out, because that guy's the GOAT. Anyways, so Over the Garden Wall is like Gravity Falls. The show has a sense of mystery to it. We decided to choose Gravity Falls and Over the Garden Wall because they're kind of fall. Because like we're heading into the fall months here in the U.S. in the U.S. territories.
It's quite funny because, Nitro was talking about a show called Gravity Falls while you were getting into fall, and what did the Twin Towers do?
They fell.
Oh, we picked a good one for this, right?
And then over the wall, like the walls.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Alright, I keep interrupting.
No, you're fine. Just the jokes are fucking golden, man. Anyways, so Over the Garden Wall, it's similar to Gravity Falls in the sense of like the wonder. Instead of about a set of twins, it's about two brothers. The oldest brother is named Mort. No, the younger brother's named Mort. I forgot the fucking older brother's name. Anyways, so
Two brothers named Bert and Gregory run into a jaded old woodsman who warns them to beware the terrifying beast that roams the dark forest, courtesy of Hulu.
Thank you, Hulu. So these two brothers, they're running into they're running in the dark. The Dark King is basically described as this like, you don't see him. That's the illusion of it, right? That's what I love about it. Like they kind of allude to it, like how Gravity Falls alludes to Bill. Over the Garden Wall alludes to the darkness. These two brothers are like, it's Halloween. They're both like, his little brother Mort is excited to go trick or treating, but like every other teenager, his problem is that he's worried about talking to the girl that he liked. Typical teenage boy type shit, trying to talk to the girl.
Oh yeah.
Trying to talk to the girl that you like, type of thing. Well, they end up in another world, in another place called Over the Garden Wall, a place where land's forgotten. So in this world, it's like a forgotten land, right? Everything's all old-timey. They meet interesting creatures. They meet a man called the Woodsman, who's who's voiced by the guy from Back to the Future.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was waiting for you to take a break so I could point it out, but Elijah Wood played Wirt, Christopher Lloyd was the Woodsman,
Dude.
John Cleese was Quincy Endicott, Samuel Ramy is the Beast, you've got Thomas Lennon, Jack Jones, Tim Curry.
Yeah, I know.
That is insane.
For anybody wondering, Master Chief's not watched this yet. In fact, I'm actually planning on watching with Master Chief in October.
Yeah. That's something we've got set up to put on.
Yeah.
That cast list is insane, man.
Yeah, the cast list is insane. The storytelling is amazing.
What they do on Cartoon Network at the time?
It was on Cartoon Network. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it when it was on Cartoon Network because my cable provider was having a fight with Cartoon Network.
You can watch it right now on HBO Max.
And Hulu.
And Hulu, yeah.
I did watch it. I've watched it like 5 different times already because I love the show. What I like about the show is I'm a huge fan of old-timey shit. And this show, definitely has that old-timey feel. Like, a lot of the towns they visit. I love the struggle, right? The struggle of the two brothers, their relation as brothers. They're kind of struggling to understand each other. Because they're, siblings usually do. But in the end of the show, they come together and then they, they help each other out. There's also some great music in that show too. A lot of it's with piano and other type of music. Also, one of my favorite characters is the Highwayman. Do you remember the Highwayman, Nitro?
Oh yeah.
I probably can't sing the song due to copyright, but if you're interested, just look up the Highway. Just look up.
I think you can sing it. You just can't play the actual track. So go ahead, give us a blast,
I'm
man.
the Highwayman. I'll go out into the when I make ends meet. Fuck, what did you say? Fuck. Basically, he just calls himself the fucking Highwayman, dude. That's most of the songs are nonsense. There's this one song. You ever heard of the thing called molasses, guys? That sweet syrupy shit the pioneers used to use.
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's pretty good. We have a place around here that does molasses. So basically, there's another song with more things about potato and molasses because they're trying to help a lady. They're trying to help this one lady out because she started a school to help farm animal, just to help forest animals learn how to play play the instruments or something. It's so fucking random. And then the dad's upset, and then also she's upset because her fiance was a no good man. So she sings about this song to her class. She's like, "Hey, I see how he left for me when I saw his face." But it turns out the dude wasn't trying to fucking leave her. He was trying to get money to propose to her. I mean, yeah. He was trying to.
Yeah. See, what women don't like it when you hide stuff like that, because they find it suspicious. I mean, I'd find it.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to mention this.
I can't really say it's a woman thing. Men do it too, but
he got a job at the circus, and then he got stuck in the gorilla suit, so he couldn't get out of the gorilla suit.
Man, that would be amazing. I'd just live my life as a gorilla. Banana, yeah. Yeah, amazing, man. You'd never want for anything again. You just go to the nearest zoo and, jump in with the rest of them. You'd be good.
Another aspect about the show I like, and I'm kind of going on a little tangent here, but I don't know, I just love it. It's one of my absolute favorite pieces of media. Nitro, what's your favorite episode of Over the Garden Wall?
Dude, it's been so long since I watched it, basically.
I definitely think one of my favorite characters. I like the fucking there's this old lady witch person, right? And her aunt's her name's Aunt Linda or something, and she has a niece. Her niece has this curse where she turns into this demon thing. So you gotta help me. My aunt is keeping me trapped here at night. I forgot who the fucking actress was. I'll pull that shit up. But
What's the name of the character? Because I have the cast list in front of me.
She's like the Aunt something.
I'm not seeing somebody with the title Aunt. There's Marguerite Gray, Tavern Keeper, Gregory Work, Beatrice the Woodsman, Fred the Horse, Mr. Langtree, Jason Furtiver, De Quincy, Endicott Beast, Playmaker, Jimmy Brown, Beatrice's mother, Greg's Frog, Queen of the Cloth, Pumpkin Gal, Miss Langtree,
Queen of the
Sarah.
Cloth. That's her name. Queen of the Cloth. I believe she's like
okay,
this.
Deborah White.
Yeah. Dude, she has
Bless you.
Bless you. She has this voice where she's like, "Hello, children. How may I help you?"
That would annoy the shit out of me. Sorry.
It's really
but
Oh, the horse. The horse is one of my favorite characters. The horse has a problem stealing, and so they have this ongoing joke where it's like they're at this rich guy's mansion, right? And they're trying to get a token to get on the ferry. Because this is like this is like old timey, so it's like they got to get like 1 cent, right? And so like the fucking horse is like, "Sorry, I can't stop stealing."
why doesn't he steal a cent if need one?
Because it's like the guy's like rich and he's paranoid, so they're trying to like sneak around him and get the cent from him. Well, then Mort kind of has a chain of heart, because he's like a little kid, so he's like, "I can't steal." He's like, "Mort, we can't get on the ferry now." So then they take Mort's like frog, and then they like dress up like they had the frog as the person, because there's like it's like a whole ferry full of frogs. The show's kind of weird. It's like one of those worlds where it's like there's anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
They don't really speak though. Like there's some scenes where like the animals are playing music, but you don't really hear them speaking over the garden wall, except for this girl that's kind of following them around. She got turned into a blue jay because she like cursed her family, and so like the whole time, like she doesn't tell them that she just said, "Oh yeah, my family got cursed," because she's trying to trick them into helping her. But in the end, she realizes, "Hey, I should probably not be a dick to these people."
It sounds like something I'm gonna have to watch to get it.
Yeah, when you watch it, you'll understand what I'm saying. And when Nitro doesn't have old timers, he'll probably remember.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I'm really digging the art style.
Dude, the art style is superb. That's why I wanted to talk about it after Gravity Falls, because like they just have a similar art styles, and also like both shows just have this like warm like fall summer feel to them. Especially for kid shows. Like I feel like Over the Garden Wall was kind of somewhat expired from Gravity Falls, because Gravity Falls came out in 2012. Over the Garden Wall was a trilogy. It's technically called a trilogy because they weren't like, it wasn't like a full show. It was like 10 episodes, miniseries type thing.
Yeah, apparently it didn't hit enough viewership, and there wasn't enough ability to merchandise it or something like that, so they canceled it.
Yeah, unfortunately. But there are other trilogy shows, which we'll probably bring up later on. They're also pretty good too. Like, they were the ones that, like, they have like Infinity Train's one of them. I think they had another one, but I can't remember. I don't know. Anyways, do we want to move on?
It's very, very highly rated. It's 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb and Prime Video, so yeah, it's definitely something that we'll go look at.
You're gonna enjoy Master Chief, like. Alright, are we ready to move on?
I'll hold it to that.
Alright. Next topic is...
Oh, conspiracy theories, my favorite. We're going to get to talk about buildings falling down and strange lights in the sky, and actually,
Aliens!
Something really interesting that's been tickling me for the last couple of weeks is so do you guys remember a couple of years ago there was a object in space that came in from like it was an interstellar object and named it Oumuamua?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Well, it was a bit weird because like as it was leaving the solar system, it accelerated, and it's not really supposed to do that. Gravity would make it go slower, not faster. Well, we're now on to our third interstellar object. They're calling it Atlas, 3i Atlas. Avi Loeb, he's a professor at Harvard University. He's done like well over 100 scientific papers. He's like a legit astrophysicist, a legit like scientist, dude. You know, like he's accredited. He seems to be pretty convinced it's aliens, man.
Dude, I don't blame him.
He's been pointing out changes in its course. It emits strange lighting that would not be explainable by the sun reflection and stuff.
Sorry for interrupting, but I got a question to ask you. This is a question for both. Let's say, like, we had alternative life that came to Earth, right? Now, this was like Neil deGrasse Tyson brought this up in an interview one time. If we say, "Show me to your leader," we wouldn't show him to the fucking president, right? Of whatever leader of our nations. We would take him to a scientist, right?
Well,
think about
that's
it.
a weird one to answer, right? Because although logically that would be the assumption, what you would want to do is take them to a person that they would most best be able to communicate with.
Which would be scientists. Scientists would be able to reverse engineer some type of communication.
Yeah, but unfortunately humanity lives under the stupidity fallacy where, you know, the chance of the common person such as you and I being the first person to make contact and us being the one that says, you know, like, this is my leader, is so slim, you know, that it's very, very likely to be the president or prime minister of whatever country said aliens decided to land.
Oh, it's like that movie, Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah, but that's purely because, you know, for, you know, centuries, maybe even longer than that, we've been ingrained that, you know, there is one person in charge of everybody. I think that's maybe not the correct way to look at it when we're thinking about something as big as that, you know. No, it's most likely going to be, you know, if it happens while Trump's in office, it'll most likely be Trump, and that's I don't know. I'd rather not get into the politics of that, but
we're in conspiracy mode anyway.
well,
let's put on our tinfoil hats, boys.
Look at what he's doing to the world right now, right? He's using the methodology of madness, right? And it's a very, very valid political way of doing stuff. You make things so uncertain for everybody that they just basically do what the fuck you want. So that's where all of the economic tariffs and stuff come into play. Like, all of this hasn't happened like this in such a long time. I can't remember which particular American court it was, but it was one of your high courts basically just told Trump that all of these tariffs that he's pulling are illegal anyway, and he has until the middle of October to rescind them.
That just came out like yesterday. I kind of see your argument where it's like, like of course.
You imagine, right? Like you've got this species that's able to travel multiple billions of light years of landing in the White House's front lawn. You really want Trump to be the guy to greet them?
No, he'd probably shoot him.
I mean, he probably wouldn't shoot them, but I think one of the first things he'd mentioned is he's got a very, very big nuclear stockpile and he wouldn't be afraid to use them unless, you know, like technological exchange or something took place. Like,
I
do think he would go America first on them, you know? I don't think it would be...
Yeah.
It wouldn't end well.
It's like, I see your perspective, and also it's like, okay, back to conspiracies. Do you remember seeing those like footage, like the found footage from the 1950s of those so-called flying saucers that went to Area 51?
Yeah, so there's so many clips like that, man. There's flying saucers over the White House. I saw, I mean, it's CGI, but it was very, very, very convincing. It was an interview with an interview with an alien, like an actual interview with an extraterrestrial. Like,
I've seen that.
Man, it was so well written. Like, very, very obviously like a piece of art, but it was good. I don't know. If you look at it logically, right? Even if you can prove 99% of the things that you see not being weird, outer spacey stuff, you've still got 1% of stuff that you can't explain. And, you know, that just like, maybe it is aliens, maybe it's not, but for us to sit and think that we have all of the answers is just anal of us. Like, I don't think that for the multiple billions of years and stuff being around, like, aliens have to exist somewhere. It's just logical to think that.
Like, even if they don't have the knowledge, I mean, also, they could have been here, like, my theory goes, they came here years ago, right? Like, during the Pharaoh time.
Yeah.
The Pharaohs probably thought, oh, these aliens need to serve me. That is why... I'm not saying that they didn't, like, the slaves didn't build the pyramids, you know, the Pharaoh slaves, but I'm just saying, they looked at these cat-like beings. What if the aliens took form like the cats, and they were worshiping them, making them think that there was some kind of afterlife?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
I would think somebody was on a plane, basically, and they hired somebody to kill themselves, basically, I'm thinking.
Dude, we're talking about aliens right now, not that. Dude, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, the guy on the airplane took the alien, but we don't know.
Later, I promise.
No, I definitely think,
I think they're already here. I don't like... Yeah. Like, we've been sending out radio signals for so long that yeah, if there's something out there that's close enough to us, they would have already picked up on it.
probably like
all of the stories about being visited and seeing stuff, and they all started around about the same time.
Do you think it'd be like Independence Day? Probably they just come up in there and they're like.
I read a joke the other day, and I think probably what it is more like, so two aliens are in a spaceship looking at the Earth, you know, and alien one says to the other one, down there, the most advanced civilization is the human being, and alien 2 turns around and says, oh, awesome, and you know, do you think that they're an emerging intelligence? Do you think that they're going places and stuff? And Alien 1 turns back around and says, well, you know, they're able to, you know, put nuclear weapon platforms into space, but for whatever reason, they seem to be pointing them at themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I think that sums up humanity pretty well.
Alright, so we're at the 32-minute mark. Do you want to keep talking about aliens, or do we want to move on to the 9/11 conspiracies?
We have a very, very, very special topic of towers to discuss, and I wanted to know your opinions on that.
Oh, I can go on for the next like 20 minutes about my conspiracies.
Let's go.
Okay. I think I wanted to say about it too.
This is my main problem with it, right? My problem is that, like, when I bring it up, people get mad at me. Like, I'm sorry that I wasn't born when this happened. I was born after it. Like, dude, literally, I was born a couple of months after 9/11. Like, no joke, I was born January of, like, 2022. I mean, of 2002. So, like,
dude, I'm talking to a 3-year-old, man.
Yeah, you're talking. I came back to warn you, humans. I'm actually a fucking time traveling podcaster. I came back from the year. No, it's like I came back from the past, you know. Took Back to the Future. I'm here to warn you.
Oh no! All right, well, 2.0.
Okay. Anyways, like. So, my theory goes, look, you know, I just tell everybody, like, look, I'm sorry that I wasn't around, but look at the timing. What would a president do if he was trying to hide something, make himself look good? All of a sudden, at the day of, he's reading to children in a kindergarten class. Bull fucking shit, he planned that out to make himself look good.
I'll tell you something else that was happening while he was sitting in that classroom reading a book to little school children.
What?
Basically, all of the airspace over New York was clear. All military planes, all military flights were grounded.
There should have been more fucking planes that would have been, you know, destroyed.
the ground control people had been told that there was an exercise happening, and basically to ignore everything that was fucking going on. And then like, main thing for me, right, I don't really give a shit about the airplanes. Like, if you look at the building after it was hit, it wasn't going to fall down. And like, buildings that are hit at weird angles fall down at weird angles. They don't fall down in a straight line in free fall. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys like understand all of that, like, but free fall is like when
It's the building
you
structure.
drop something, when you drop something, the fastest velocity that it can get to is in a state of free fall, right?
Yeah.
So when that building was collapsing, it was collapsing in a state of free fall. Like there was no other forces acting upon it, right?
And shouldn't there
And
have
if
been
you
other
look-
buildings that would have been destroyed in that same regard? Because there's like buildings around it. It's New York.
Well, that's a part of it, right? If the building had fallen over because of structural damage, it would have fallen over at an angle. It wouldn't have fallen directly down. And you got to remember that skyscrapers that are built like that, especially in America, North America, they're built to withstand planes hitting them.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it sounds nuts, but they are actually designed
Also-
to withstand being hit by a plane.
Let's get
You know,
in.
so-
There should have been more. There should have been more deaths. If you think about it.
There were buried interviews where people claimed that a couple of weeks before the buildings were hit, that technicians had been in and evacuated the buildings. And then if you look at some footage, you can see flashing lights going off right before sort of parts of the building fall into themselves. So that would like basically trying to state that there was explosives planted in the building prior to the planes colliding with them, like weeks beforehand.
You know, my problem. I'm sorry, Nitro, if you want to say something, just chime in. My bad.
Yeah, dude, just butt over, man.
Yeah, I had a theory that there was something happening during 9/11, and the movie had to change something because of it. A Disney movie had. Because the 9/11 happened, they could not knew that. Leo did. They could not knew the building just getting destroyed because of it.
Well, a lot of things.
There was a movie around the time that was a very similar premise to a building coming down because of a plane hitting it. I can't
Yes.
remember what it was called though, but it was put indefinitely.
That was really
I
good.
remember.
They
Well,
were
they
real
released
good. Yeah, they released it but because they had to change it out.
Okay.
It took them a little bit longer to get it out. It was supposed to come out that year, but because it got changed, it took them a little bit longer. It came out the next year.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it's also kind of Also, I'm gonna say this. My main problem I have is this American pride shit about it, right? Like, this is my problem. I get it. Like, people died, and that's unfortunate. But this sort of pride motion that people were trying to propaganda from it, right? I don't understand it. It's like, I understand when I was reading about, like, what's it called? Like Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But with 9/11, though, I just don't see why people were having, like, this...
There's also a conspiracy theory that Pearl Harbor was also a false flag attack in order for America to get itself involved in the Pacific.
Yeah, and also it's like
in the war. So, like, that's the thing with conspiracy theories, right? You could look at it from every which angle, right? There is reasonable explanation for the Japanese attacking Pearl Harbor. There is reasonable explanation for terrorists to attack the U.S., but then there are also reasonable explanations for why they would be false flags. So, like the U.S. kind of, was already mostly involved in World War II. They just needed a kind of decent excuse to do it. So, like, it was mostly a population thing with the U.S. It wasn't a government thing, but the people didn't want to get involved in war. So part of that was convincing the people. And then, America came off the gold standard, and the economy basically went to fuck afterwards, and it basically gone to dog shit since.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's really kept the US going is its war economy. So you all need to have a constant reason to be fighting with people.
Well, not only
Iraq
that,
has a
but
lot
it's
of
like-
oil. Y'all don't have a lot of oil.
But we go into this war, right? Like, but also, I think, you know, we also had some intensity from what interviews I've watched and things I've read over the years, like in school. Like, there was this intensity where it's like, oh, these countries were not happy with us prior to the war. Then all of a sudden, oh no, all of our allies are best friends with us again. You know, we want to work with you again. It's like you happen right after we have these planes happen. So
It's just the Middle East is a weird one. The Middle East will always be a weird one. It's always been weird. It's
I mean, that's that whole
it's a very,
situation
very
is weird,
complicated situation. Yeah.
and my problem is, like, people get upset at me, like, you can't get upset with me. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't feel grief for it because I wasn't alive. Like, I just wish.
I mean, it's you can feel grief for things that have happened in the past, but I do agree that it's not the same kind of grief.
But I mean, it's like
I'm
Nitro
not
was,
North
like, 1
American,
years
you
old.
know.
You're not North American.
I'm not from the US, so I
Nitro was a
probably don't
baby.
even feel the same about it as you guys.
Like, Nitro was a baby. I wasn't even alive yet. I was a fetus.
You know, it was a terrible, terrible tragedy for everybody that lost their lives, and I think that regardless of the who's, what's, whys, and hows that happened,
Oh,
that
definitely.
will always be the case. You know, it's not to diminish upon the lives of people.
Were you in Milko during that time, Master Chief? Were you in Milko or Haiku during that time?
So 2001, I would do 10.
Oh, Milko? Probably?
Well, I was in primary school. It's a different structure. I don't know what it would convert to in the
Oh,
US.
so that is elementary school.
We're at like 41 minutes. Do we have anything else we want to talk about today, guys?
You guys got any other conspiracies you want to talk about?
That's conspiracy.
I have one.
Okay, let's hear Nitros.
I sure think there had to be a way somebody in the government are going past the Milky Way. I bet somebody is, and they're not telling us.
What?
They're more. I bet they're.
We know how to get out of the Milky Way. Like, you think we're capable of interstellar travel?
Yeah, I think we had the
I
capability
don't
to it
think
now.
we have the resources.
I think we do.
What do you guys think about the moon landing? Fake or real?
Okay, well, let me go back to Nitros first, because that's quite an interesting one, because I agree with both of you. And the capability is probably there, but the resources, maybe not so much. There's a thing called gravity folding, and that's where, like, you bend the gravity in front of you, so you basically are always falling forward. If you could find a way to generate a strong enough gravity wave that will twist space-time in front of you in that way, then yeah, you could basically go wherever you want as fast as you want, and it wouldn't really matter. But being able to create that field and to create a spacecraft capable of withholding it and withstanding that force would be really, really freaking hard.
Yeah.
Moon landing. It's very, very suspicious that NASA just so happened to not have any of the footage anymore. It's very, very suspicious that nobody's really been able to do it since. It's very suspicious that all of the most recent attempts have, you know, failed with rovers falling over, landers falling over, or
Well, not only that, but, like, think about it. Around that time, the U.S. was trying to fight they were trying to win the Russian war. You know, the war against the Russians with it. So,
well, and that's kind of a part of it, right? So you can think of the space race less of the space race and more of an economic race. The U.S. has got a really, really strong economy compared to the USSR. The USSR couldn't really afford to compete on the longer term. you know. So I think that the U.S. was trying to play the long game. I do think that they were able to get, you know, like the Saturn V. I do think they were able to get like orbiting around, but am I convinced that they actually landed? Not 100%.
Yes. That's all I have for today.
Yeah.
Pretty spent too. That was an interesting chat. We went from cartoons to destroyed buildings and aliens.
But that's the joy of our
God,
podcast. You never know what we're going to talk
I
about.
love our little Saturdays together.
Yeah, the government will too. Once we all get
Oh
investigated.
man, you guys are on a watch list. I'm probably already there, so welcome to the club.
If you the podcast, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out our live streams on whatever the fucking days we're doing them. When we get that started, keep an eye out for
Whenever
that.
we can be bothered.
Whenever we can be fucking bothered or videos or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I hope you enjoy. Also, don't forget to check out the new Nightcast YouTube channel. This will be posted on there and on the Silver Knight channel. With that,
don't forget the Discord either. Link in the description below.
If
Thanks
you're an
for
adult.
listening. Yeah, if you're run out.
No kids. 18 plus.
Sorry, little ones.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not welcome.
You're not welcome.
Unclean.
Unclean. That being said, bye.
Go.